The NQuad is a 2D geometry found within the built-ins, the geometry plugins, and the primitives folder. And when we click on the NQuad icon to go into the NQuad editor, the first thing that we have here again is the use LOD. Below that we have a tessellation which we can increase and decrease, and if you want to see the tessellation you can just come over to your wireframe here and you can see what happens when you increase or decrease the tessellation here. It just increases the amount of polygons within this NQuad. We have an orientation for this NQuad, and by default it's set to top to bottom. We can change it to left to right. With it set to top to bottom, we have a top width here that we can adjust, so we can take it all the way down, or we can increase it to increase the width of it. There's also a bottom width here that we can decrease as well and increase likewise. Now if we change it to left and right, these two switches will do the same thing. This will adjust the left, and then there's a right for that one as well. Same with the height and width. We can adjust the width here when it's set to left or right. When we switch it back to top or bottom, we are adjusting the height to it. There is a depth, so we can almost rotate this in Z-space, but it's really just increasing the depth of it here. We have a center X set to center by default. We can also change it to left and or right. There's also the center Y that you can change to center, bottom, or top. And then the shearing setting here will kind of rotate this or shear it so that it looks slanted a bit. You have a setting image mapping here, which is set to stretch by default. This is for when you drop images onto it. You can set it to tile or stretch. And then there's also a crop top left and a crop bottom right. So we can increase this top left crop here, and you can see that we can take away some of the top of this NQuad. And then we can do the same thing for the bottom crop here. So with the NQuad, you can get quite a bit of different shapes using the widths of the shape and then the crops down here. So as we decrease the width of the top and increase the crop of the top, you can see that you can achieve several different types of shapes if you play around with the settings enough.